Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey, and today these are the toggle clasp bracelets that I will be making. Most of the components came from Sam's bead box for the month of November 2023. And if you are interested in Sam's bead box, I will have all the information in the description box below. I highly encourage you to go check them out, and when you do, you want to use my code. That code is Casey. And remember, I spell my name just a little unique. That's K-A-S-I. And that code will get you $5 off your first month in a subscription. So if you want to see how these bracelets came about, then stay tuned. Alright, I'm going to start with the tools that I will be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of cutters, and 1 set of crimping pliers. And I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set, and they are very high quality, very well made. And as the name suggests, they're also very comfortable to use. And for me, the main thing is the size, which leads to the comfort because they seem to fit adult size hands. A lot of times, for whatever reason, jewelry making tools will be made quite a bit smaller, like this right here. See, the handles are quite a bit smaller as well. And they certainly function. And if you have small hands, this would definitely work. But for me, ever since I found this tool set, I just can't imagine using anything else. So I will have this set linked down below along with everything else I use in the video that did not come from the bead box. I will also link below the opening video I did for Sam's bead box, and it will have a detailed description of everything I used that came from the box. And for my own stash, I am using all the findings and of course the toggle clasp here, and I am using these flower bead caps. I am also using 49 strand bead along wire in the color Bright, which is this silver color. And I always get the 100 feet just because I go through it so quickly. And I have already cut a piece of wire right here. It is right at 12 inches. And here is how I start every strand. I'm going to put on a crimp tube, a jump ring, and a guardian wire. I'm going to put it through one side and wrap it around and put it through the other. And I want to make sure that jump ring is up in the wire guardian just like this. And I'm going to pinch that wire guardian closed with my fingers. And I want both ends of the wire to go through that crimp tube. And I'm going to pull on the longer end because I don't need the tail quite that long. And I know the parts here are small, but you want to make sure that wire is separated underneath that crimp tube. And I'm going to go in with my crimping pliers into that second divot and give it a good smash, and you get that taco shape, and turn it on its side, go into that first divot, give it another smash, and then I'm going to go in with that flat part on the end and give it the final smash, and that gets it nice and snug. And I'm going to take that crimp cover, holding it like this, and put it right on top of that smashed crimp tube, and then flip it up, go in with your chain nose pliers and give it a gentle smash. And I'm going to go front to back on that crimp cover. Very gentle. Make sure it has that round shape. Just like that. And that is how I start each strand. So now it is just the order of the beads. And the first 4 I'm going to put on are very small from the bead box, just like this. Pull them down, and I'm going to put that tail through each bead, just like that. And the next 3 I'm going to put on are 3 of the Mookaite beads, and on either side we're going to have one of the flower bead caps, just like that. And then 3 more, the copper beads on the outside with another melon bead on the inside. And next we're going to have 3 of the rondelles, again with the bead caps on either side. And then 2 more just like this. So here is one side of this bracelet in total. Now we're going to do the center component. And the center component are going to be 2 of these larger Mookaite beads, each one of them surrounded by a bead cap, and then of course a melon bead in the center. So just like this. And now we're going to put all of the beads on this side, matched over here. All right, so here is the entire strand, and I just think these go so well together. This is so pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna close it off. Put on a crimp tube, a jump ring, and a wire guardian. We're gonna put it through one side, wrap it around, put it through the other, and make sure your jump ring is up inside the wire guardian, and then pinch it closed with your fingers. And you want both ends of that wire in that crimp tube, and then pull it down. And I'm gonna put that tail through the first bead, just like that. And then I wanna pull it down pretty snug. You do wanna pull that tail pretty snug, but you definitely wanna have a balance. You wanna make sure your strand is flexible, so you wanna move it around and make sure it's not too snug, but you do wanna make sure that it is pretty snug with no big gaps. And I'm gonna take my crimping pliers, go into the second divot, give it a good smash, get that taco shape, turn it on its side, go into the first divot, give it another smash, take that flat part at the end, and give it the final smash, and that makes it really snug. And I take the crimp cover and put it right on top of the smashed crimp tube, and then flip it up, and go in there with your chain nose pliers and give it a gentle smash. And I do know this is awkward to see, but I'm gonna go front to back on that crimp cover, just like the other one, so it'll have a round shape, just like that. And I wanna go in with my cutters as close as I can get on that tail. And I'm gonna take my nail and just kind of pop that nub into the next bead, just like that. So here it is, here's the final strand. And you can see started and closed off the same way. So now we're quickly gonna put on the toggle clasp. I'm gonna take that 4mm jump ring on the end, open it, and put one end of that toggle clasp on there, and close the jump ring. Do the same thing on the other side with the other end. All right, and here it is. I'm gonna put it on. You can see how it looks. All right, so here it is. Very pretty. Toggle clasp. Very nice. All right, so I made some other bracelets using the beads from this month's Sam's Bead Box, and they're all made the same way, so I'm gonna go through them. All right, so here's the next one. And here I used a lot of the yellow in the Mookaite beads. I just think these are pretty. Of course, not all, some other colors, but I kind of highlighted some of the yellow. Very, very pretty. And the third one, this is similar to the one that I made in the video here. Very pretty. And here is the next one. I used those melon beads, those larger melon beads. And then, of course, the other Mookaite beads. And here is the next one. Again, I focused on that yellow. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of the color yellow in beads, but there's something about the muted tone. It's almost like a dull color, which sounds negative, but I like it. Like not the highlighter yellow. It's like almost a darker yellow. And I really, really enjoy this shade. This might be one of my favorites. And the last one I made, of course, I used some of the larger beads for this one. But again, every one of these was started and closed off the same way. All right, so here they are, and I absolutely love these Mookaite beads. The color palette, to me, it just speaks to me. I love, love, love these colors. They're very fall. I have always loved jasper, and I know that Mookaite is a variation of jasper, and I just think they are absolutely beautiful. And these beads here in the center of the top bracelets that I have here, I think are absolutely beautiful. I used every one that came in the box because I love the way they're cut. I love how shiny they are. That band in the center to me looks very cool. These are absolutely beautiful beads. So once again, if you are interested in Sam's bead box, I'll have all the information in the description box below. I definitely think you should give it a good look. And when you do, you want to use my code. That code is Casey. And again, that's KASI. And that code will get you $5 off your first box in a subscription. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.